Hello everybody and welcome back to SkySaga Alpha 8. We're over here on my home island and it is time for another Tutorial Tuesday. Now, today it is halfway or partway into Jungle Week and I am actually covering just a very small, quick little tip, but I thought it really needed to be highlighted, and it's very appropriate this week because A, it's to do with the jungle, and B, it is actually to do with my other build too. So doing the Wastelands build. Now going through and doing the Wastelands build, or going through and doing any major build, you will find yourself needing thousands upon thousands of iron, especially grey iron, because grey iron is a nice neutral thing that can be added into pretty much everything that you're going to put around your build. And then you can use your other irons, which are harder to find and a little bit rarer, as kind of highlighting texture details, which will make things look really, really nice. It's also good to have thousands of iron around for building lots of jungle and biome-specific weapons and armor and things. It's a nice kind of neutral base type metal. So anyway, the reason we're talking about this today is because I have found the perfect way to get lots and lots and lots of iron very quickly and easily. And really all you need is two pickaxes, two good pickaxes that are full or near full of durability, and five jungle keystone fragments. Now you can buy these things from the vendor in the hub for very little marks, and yeah, even if you haven't been out to the jungle, definitely worth the investment. Now the other thing is you might, because you're going in purely to just collect up some iron, you would probably want to bring in the best jungle equipment that you can possibly bring in with you. Now, this may seem like a little bit of a waste, but the hits from bandits and things in a very light jungle aren't going to do a whole lot of durability damage, and what it means is that you can kind of ignore most low-level mobs, and if they do start really getting in your face, you can just one or two hit them and move them on, basically. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to head directly into the quarry. So we go to the jungle, we head into the quarry. Now, once we get into the quarry, I'm going to talk about normal, standard techniques for finding iron, and then the reason why we're in the quarry. Okay, so here we are out in the jungle. Now, the normal, boring, everyday way that you usually go about getting iron is to run around the edge of a place like this and try and find a cave. Now, in the jungle, this is a little bit harder because you really use the map to find a cave. You just kind of have to find one organically because, of course, there are trees and stuff in the way that means it's very hard to find these nice little drop downs to get into a cave. Now, when you do find a cave, you usually find seams of ore or like runs of ore, just like this. Now, each run is going to be somewhere between 5 and 10. Probably sometimes it can go a little higher than that, but near the surface level you're going to get pretty low ore seams going on, and this does take a long time because just like I've done here, you really need to get down in deep and you really need to like go through and track where that ore is going and where it's coming from and all of that kind of stuff. But if you do keep tracking it, like I said, you will find a fair amount of ore, but it is not the most effective and easiest way of finding ore. So let's head back up to the surface. So the easiest way is to find the quarry. So here we are in the quarry. Now, the reason I mentioned bringing in a fair bit of decent jungle armor is there's usually quite a few guys sitting around the edge here, and usually they'll have bows or something similar. Now, those guys with bows actually can be kind of annoying because even when you head down to the bottom, to the next level, so this is where we want to go. We want to go down to the second level. Even when you head down here, those guys up the top will start and keep shooting at you. Now, as you can quite clearly see behind me, this is the reason we are here. What we're looking at right now is easily 25 to 30 iron, and this is going to go back a couple deep, as you can see. So if we mine out this entire wall, that's going to be an easy 100 plus pieces of iron, which means that all we've needed to do is spend our 5 jungle keystones and come to this location. And as you can see, there's iron over there, there is iron here in this wall. We seem to have got a relatively bad spawn because there's not a whole lot of stone going on in either of these walls. But when you find one of these things that have at least 2 good walls, you can easily drag thousands of iron out of this place very, very quickly, very, very easily. Now, we're only on the first level. Of course, the levels below us will also have more iron. So depending on how much iron you need, you can definitely get as much as you want out of this place. Because check it out, here we go, we've got more iron down there, we've got more iron here, we've got more iron over there. This place we could easily drag 2,000 plus iron out of. Now, if you're doing any other type of heroic adventure, so if you're going into the forest, into the ice biomes, or into the deserts, you're not going to drag anywhere near this much iron out of a single adventure. So, like I said before, the reason we're here is because I have just found this guy out as I've been going through and doing the jungle masteries, and I also need a whole bunch of iron for my own builds and things like that. So I know this has been kind of short and sweet, it's more of a tip than a tutorial, but I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I hope it's been interesting and useful for some of you, because I know there are people out there who need a lot of iron just like I do. So yeah, go crazy, go nuts, get yourself as much iron as you absolutely need, and I will see you in the next episode.